speaking of Weston McKennie, we got a little sound from him after the game. Let's hear what he had to say.
If I'm not wrong, this is your third game in a row on the score sheet in the UEFA Champions League. Something is changing your position on the pitch under Spalletti, or is it just a case?
I think changing my position is pretty normal. I think it's just a trust and the confidence that the coach gives the players and that his staff gives the players. And I think we enjoy playing under him, and we enjoy playing as a team. We have fun. We believe in ourselves, and we believe in the concept and what he's trying to have us do. So I think hats off to him and his staff, and also the players. I think we're a family. We run, we sacrifice for each other, and I think that's the most important thing. Because it helps in games like today that aren't the prettiest, but you know that you have the effort from the team, and I think each one of the players would run through a wall for the coach. So, yeah.
Great interview, by the way, and great answer from him. Some of the key words that jumped out at me, Chuck: fun, right? Run through a brick wall. We're all basically
family.
We're all family. We're bought in. We're bought on what Luciano Spalletti wants to do. And this actually hasn't impacted just Weston. Jonathan David, remember, he missed that penalty. I tried to get cheeky. He missed that penalty. I love that Spalletti, this is just an example of it, went back to him the next game. And then Jonathan David had what, a goal and 2 assists, or 2 goals in the very next game. And that goes a long way with the players. Not just the ones that are benefiting from it directly, but the ones that are watching, like, okay, I can make a mistake and or have a bad game, and I'm still getting the trust and confidence from the manager that I'm the right guy, and he's got my back. I love what's happening here, and I'm kind of curious what Weston's going to do with his future. But yeah, what are your thoughts on what Weston said, Chuck?
Well, one, I think you look at how Weston's performed in this advanced role under Spalletti, and he talked about the trust and the confidence. You could see on that goal, he starts with playing with his back to goal. When have we seen Weston that high where he's playing with his back to goal and feels comfortable in that position? And it's not because there was a breakdown in play and he was too high, and the next thing you know, they want it back and he's there and he's kind of in this awkward position. That's where he's set up. And he plays a nice 1-2 with Jonathan David. But he's taken full advantage of a manager who's connected personally with this team, who's got them to kind of, one, understand his method, but two, just believing in what they're trying to accomplish. And everyone's swimming in the same direction. That's massive. Again, Spalletti understands it. We're talking about a coach who has so much experience that it's not so much the tactics and coaching players individually, but it's more about managing personalities and managing emotions and connecting with your players. And that's what Spalletti has done. Case in point, when a player is interviewed and brings up enjoying the game or fun, that tells you all you need to know. If you're a former player, you get it. Mm-hmm. Because we've been in those situations where a coach, a manager can just suck the energy out of a room, can suck the enjoyment out of a room, out of a locker room, where all of a sudden everyone's going, oh, this is a job.
Yeah. Great.
We've all been in a locker room where you forget it's a job. You are connecting to the little you, and it's a reminder of why you played the game. Mm-hmm. We love it. I don't have to be paid because I enjoy it that much. I love the game that much. Mm-hmm. That's the level you want to get to. Of course, checks are coming in, you're taking care of your family and your loved ones. But at the end of the day, you do it because you love it. And as soon as you forget that you love the game, that's when you know, okay, things are going to go the right way and things break down. So I love the fact that Weston is excelling, and he's excelling at the highest level for one of the most storied clubs in world football. And now, naturally for us, how does that relate to the U.S. men's national team? How does that relate to next summer? I think, Tony, you and I from the very start have been adamant that he needs to be on the field. We just weren't necessarily convinced that he would be one of those 210s.
Right.
But now that he's playing, and he's playing consistently, he's playing well, and he's carrying this Juve side, the goal call was he is Mr. Champions League for Juve. You know, can we not see him starting now in that 10 role next to Christian? For me, it's almost inconceivable to say, he can't be used there now.
Yeah, I can see him there. I want to go back to your point real quick before we get to the sort of the tactical side of it. You guys know, man, guys, I'm trying to think. First off, Weston, I think this is his 6th season at Juventus with the one trip, you know, the excursion over to England, and then back. I can't remember, maybe first year where you get there, everything's new, and you talk about having fun. Like, when's the last time Weston McKennie would have given an interview at Juventus saying, like, fun is the thing? And I think when, you know, I say this when managers are, like, under pressure. If you don't like the manager, you don't really talk about the manager, right? No, we're doing our business. If you like the manager, you come out and you openly defend the manager. So to this point, when you're talking about fun, he clearly is having fun. Now I get it. When Charlie would know best, but about scoring goals, I suppose if you're a guy that plays higher up the field and you're scoring goals, everything is more fun, right? That doesn't mean you're having fun every day with your club. So the fact that he went out of the way to talk about the family and Spalletti leads, you know, we're in this moment where we don't know. I think you said it, Jimmy. We don't know where he's going to be next year, right? Like we don't know where that next step is. It starts to lead you to believe more that he'll stay at Juventus rather than make a move. Now, again, if there's a money move, I tell you all the time, I got no problem with anybody going to take care of your family and do what you got to do. I'd never begrudge anyone to do that. But I don't know. I feel personally more like there's a better chance to stay at Juventus in, in January 22nd than there was maybe in September of this year or October.
Yeah, but Tony, this is the thing. It's one thing to go, okay, Juve's family. I love Spalletti, although we don't know what the future looks like with Spalletti and Juve.
With
right?
him, yeah.
Right? Especially with him. He can one day say, I'm done. I want to retire.
He's already shown that.
But I think more importantly, Weston is coming into form when he's got less than 6 months left on his contract. So he can unequivocally start to have those conversations, at least his agent, which I believe is still Corey Gibbs, have those conversations with a number of the top clubs in world football. Again, it's about what does he want in this next move? Is it about setting up yourself up for the future and taking care of your family and the generation that comes after him? Or is it about finding the right spot? Is it a spot where you say, hey, I want to be counted on as the guy in an attacking midfield role with a coach that believes in me and is going to kind of give me the blueprint with me kind of being at the centerpiece? Or is it I want to play at the highest and best club at the moment where I'll fight my way into the starting 11 if it's not a guarantee,